What's up? I'm Lane. This is Sportsman's Junction, and I guess this is the first video. So just kind of wanted to jump into a little prequel for what we're doing this weekend. Me and Mitchell and Bo and some of the other Sportsman's Junction guys, we're heading out to Del Rio to do some turkey hunting because spring turkey season starts on the 20th in the South Zone. Lots and lots of Rio Grande turkeys out there. Lots of really cool terrain. Opportunities to hunt turkeys in various like different elements. There's some really heavily brushed areas, some real open spots, some really wooded areas as well. So since we're heading out there this weekend, there's there's a bunch of stuff that we got to do to get ready to make sure that we put ourselves in the best position possible to have a successful hunt, especially because we've got some friends coming from out of state who they don't get to hunt turkeys as often as we do down here, especially not Rio Grande turkeys. So we want to make sure we put ourselves in the best position possible to have some success and make some harvest. On top of that, we're going to do some game management out there, try to manage predators a little bit, see if we can't call in some coyotes, and in addition, feral hogs and aoudad. They've got tons and tons of aoudad out there. They're a lot like hogs. They eat a lot. They reproduce a lot. It's an important part of having a place like that with the types of animals that they do to make sure and do some population control. So we're going to do some of that as well. So in this video, just kind of going to go through some of the gear that I personally am going to get ready for this weekend. Just make sure I'm all ready to go, load up and get headed down to Del Rio when the time is right. So, just hang in, hold with me. Let me know, like what kind of gear you guys might use, anybody who's watching out there. If you have any questions about anything I'm using or why I'm using it. And hope you guys enjoy this video, and then subscribe so you see kind of the follow-up to this video, which will be hopefully some cool, successful harvest videos of Rio Grande gobblers, as well as, some management hunts for aoudad, coyotes, feral hogs, that kind of stuff. So, welcome to it. Glad to have you here, and come on along for the ride. All right, I think we're back. Take two, because a minute ago I tried to record and my neighbor's yard guy started using his gas-powered blower. You couldn't hear anything, so here we go again. Excuse the state of the garage here. Getting ready to move, hopefully, trying to sell a house, buy a house, the whole circus. So it's kind of a mess. But anyway, just want to go through some of the kind of the main gear that I'm going to use for turkey season this year, and just in general, some of the stuff when I'm hunting. So start off with this. This is a Alps Outdoors 3-legged camo stool. It's super small, super portable, super cheap. They're like $8 or $9 on Camo Fire from time to time, and they're great for if you have a buddy sitting in the blind with you, if you want to just leave in the blind so that, if you want to set stuff on it, if you're going to hunt there a bunch, whatever, it's good for, putting your flashlight and you crawl in the morning or whatever, but cheap enough that you're not going to miss it year round, if you leave it in the blind for months at a time, or if you leave it in a box blind or whatever. But it's also cheap enough that you can order a bunch of them at once, and they're pretty durable. So definitely recommend the tri-legged stool. The next thing is also from Alps Outdoors. It's their tri-legged swivel stool. It's basically like a reasonably priced Chama chair. It's literally like the same thing as the Chama chair, but like at half price or better. I can't remember which, but adjustable legs, super quiet swivel base. It's got a back on it. It's pretty comfortable. The swivel is important for using the whole 180-degree view out of your bow blind, that kind of stuff. And the legs make it so that terrain is never an issue. So if it's rocky where you're sitting, then you can just adjust the legs accordingly and still be pretty level in your chair. Definitely recommend that stool. Next is, speaking of the stool for the blind, this is the currently packed up Rhino blind. Can't remember exactly which one it is. Basically, they're most heavy-duty 3-person blinds. Super durable. Left it out for basically from September till the end of January this year. No holes, no issues, no critters, which I guess I was kind of lucky because I leave the windows open. But really heavy-duty blind that's easy to pack up, easy to move, and definitely worth the money. In my opinion, it's like not that expensive, not compared to what I thought it was going to be when I ordered my first blind. So next, and kind of like most importantly for turkey season, other than like your shotgun or bow or whatever, is decoys. So these decoys are a mating pair. They're from Dave Smith Decoys, and I learned about them and about like how clutch they are from my buddy Nate. He recommended this particular decoy maker. They're kind of like the Rolls Royce decoys, so they're a little expensive, but definitely worth it. Whenever you see for the first time gobblers just go nuts and go like jump on a decoy hen or like start beating the crap out of a jake or a gobbler decoy or whatever, it's just like that it was worth paying extra for something that looks so real. But this is a pair of decoys called the mating pair. It's basically a mating hen, which is essentially you set this one on the ground and it looks like a hen that's like ready to get mated. So that in itself could attract gobblers in, if you're calling well or whatever. But to go with the hen is the other side of the mating pair, which is, I'm pretty sure this is like a half strut jake, technically is what it's called. It's got a little jake beard here, but it comes with this little stand that tucks away inside it. You essentially like stick the stand in the ground and set this sucker on top, and he kind of will like blow and spin in the wind. But whenever you put him near that hen, he essentially looks like a jake that's getting ready to mate a hen. And big old gobblers hate that. They don't like the young bucks, so to speak, moving into the territory. So if you're calling and drawing them in, or if you just get lucky and they cross paths with you and they see that, these decoys look so real that the gobblers are just going to go ballistic. And I mean, last year we just had like the craziest thing happen. This gobbler came running from like 200 yards just to like jump on the decoy and start beating it up. So they work. Definitely a little more expensive. There's other options out there, but worth the money for sure. I'll try to drop a link in the comments or whatever, or description, I guess. But technically this is my first video, so there's a pretty good chance that I'm going to forget something. So if I do, just comment and I'll add the links or whatever after the fact. So the other things I take with me, this is going into the deer blind, turkey blind, out to the field to hunt doves, whatever. Just my hunting backpack. Got it from my dad Christmas a couple years ago. It's just a Magellan little camo backpack. Any kind of backpack would work, but this one's got lots of little straps, so I've got some knives and paracord and stuff hooked up. My multi-tool, that kind of thing. But I carry this because I keep some extra shells. I keep my bino harness when I don't feel like carrying it. I haul around with some of my camera gear. Like I have a really heavy-duty lens that's excellent for shooting wildlife photography at a long range, so I carry that in here. It's just like nice, easy way to haul stuff to the blind, and it's not too cumbersome, and it's like relatively quiet and efficient. And then I also keep my turkey calls in there. I've got a zinc glass call, and then I've got a couple of slate calls down at my family's ranch I'm going to try to go pick up for this weekend, but things have been kind of crazy, so we'll see. And then the final thing, hunting-wise, that I'm going to take is this. This is the Yeti Go Box. It's got all my knives. It's got my awesome knife sharpener, my work sharp knife sharpener. It's I've got some extra bullets. It's completely waterproof. So maybe it's water resistant. Anyway, I've never had water get in there unless I left it open. But it's got a little caddy in it. It's a good way to store, tools, whatever you need. Just kind of the extra little stuff that we're gonna have to have around should, we kill pigs and have to skin some out, gut them and stuff, and have to cape out in a haudad or clean a bunch of turkeys or whatever this weekend. So this is kind of like goes with me every time I hunt, stays at the cabin or at the base camp or whatever, but it's always there just in case there's something we need, because normally whatever we would need is in this box, including first aid kit. So those are kind of like the main things, other than the obvious like bow, shotgun, whatever, that's going to go with me into the turkey blind this weekend. Also going to take a lot of auxiliary stuff for cooking, and like my king disc cooker, smoker, etc., etc. But yeah, that's it. So super excited to get out to Del Rio this weekend, hang out with the guys, make some memories, make some videos. But like I said before, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to our channel, and follow along for the updates from the weekend. Hopefully we'll have some cool harvest videos for you, but if not, definitely try to do some more of this like vlog type stuff about like our adventures and having a good time, and just like the companionship and all that. And also that way you guys can kind of get a feel for what that ranch is like. It's like a really unique place, really, really one of a kind. We're super fortunate we get to experience it. So Sportsman's Junction, welcome to it. Signing out for the first time of many, I guess.